Can you please,
It makes us
Mr. Martin, can you please let him finish?
If you had left me, I should have already finished.
Okay. But you come back again.
Can you please finish your question?
Yes, so I am actually asking, what are we going to do? We stayed for 1 year before we understood it. So I am pleading that you should really look at this question, because these members don't even know I have been contributing for them. Everybody sitting here knows how difficult it is to organize people to get money and then pay, so that we should respect our engagement with the family. So please look into this question and see. I'm not the only one. I know there are other people who are involved in the same situation. So please look at this very seriously and help us to move forward, not moving backward. Help to keep the families together, because if the families, something happens, they will look as if I collected money from people and then I refused to pay the money. But for 1 year and 3 months, I have been paying for a family of 27 people, and more than half of this came from my pocket. I just keep on paying because it's a family issue, and I don't want the group to be destroyed. I don't want that something will happen, and they will hit my head and say that this man must have been a 419,
Thank you again. I will take that as a suggestion, but again, if it's a question that is related to our day-to-day issues, we are not here to solve those details, but we are here to clarify our rules and regulations. But if there is a question, you are free to send the question or to call, and everything will be done.
Another question.
Yes, please.
Yeah, somewhere in our rules and regulations, they say a group should compose of at least 10 members.
Yes.
So, tell me, should in case we have one of the members not trying to contribute and we want to take him out of the group, and we come to 9, is the group going to be taken outside?
Thank you for the question. That was, in the beginning, the minimum required. If we have a group of 10, how many groups do we have today? 218. That will be how many groups?
For the 6,000 members.
Now, somebody had suggested something about individual. If there is a death announcement in contribution, and we have to, you have seen we have 6,000 members, we have to announce to 6,000 people individual, or we have to call or get 16,000 people to go to the bank account to make $3, $2.48. Is it doable?
That's not my question.
I understand. I'm coming to your question. If we have set that minimum, it's because we understand that it will be easier to manage a group of 10. We have a group who are 10. There are 2 that have been removed, or 1 that have been removed. Are we going to keep a group of 8? What if next month another member drop again? And drop and drop.
And it becomes 2. That's where the question lies now.
Until 1 member, are we going to manage a group of 1 person? That's the minimum until now. And I would like to say something about that minimum. I'm afraid that that number may go up by next year, because we are growing and it's not easy to manage And if you are 10 of you guys and you cannot manage 10, if you are 2 that have been removed, try to get some friends. I'm just suggesting trying to get some friends to get in to meet the number. If the contribution is $10 and you say I have only $9.50, how are we going to do? How are we going to manage that $9 because we have $10? So I'm afraid that next year, with all the change, that 10 is a very small number to manage. Yes. Yes, you have a question.
Ma question regarde les délégations.
Mr. Joseph, did you hear what she said? Can you please repeat?
Pour commencer, je voudrais d'abord vous remercier pour les emails que vous envoyez, parce que c'est ça qui me rappelle souvent de payer mes cotisations. Vraiment, merci encore. Et parce que j'ai raté une fois quand vous avez voyagé, je n'ai pas reçu de email. Et ma question, c'est les élections. Les membres du bureau sont élus pour un mandat de 2 ans renouvelable à la majorité absolue de 2 tiers. C'est les 2 tiers des membres des associations ou c'est les 2 tiers des délégués. Et quand est-ce que vous faites ces élections?
Alors, merci pour la question. Alors, est-ce que vous avez bien lu, et c'est ce qui est applicable. Est-ce que au niveau de la table, Président, vous pouvez dire un mot, vous pouvez lui dire un mot.
À ce niveau-là, on vous a dit qu'on devrait installer des délégués régionaux. C'est-à-dire que c'est les bureaux dans les États. Ce n'est pas le bureau central, ce n'est pas le bureau national, c'est les bureaux dans les États. C'est pour ça qu'il a demandé si vous avez bien lu. Parce qu'en amont, ça vient progressivement.
Non, les bureaux, les membres du bureau.
Oui, les phrases avant.
Chaque État possède une délégation.
Nous avons par exemple, ça a été prévu dans notre règlement intérieur qu'il y aura des bureaux dans chaque région, dans chaque État. Si par exemple dans l'État de Maryland, nous avons peut-être 10 groupes, 15 groupes, 20 groupes, on doit constituer un bureau de la SAGI là-bas, avec un président, un vice-président, ainsi de suite. Et ce bureau doit être géré. Et nous avons également vu qu'il y a quelqu'un qui est chargé des relations avec ces différents bureaux. Et ce bureau est renouvelable comme prévoit les textes. Oui. Yes.
Yeah, I have 1 or 2 questions. Number one, when we have this, I could call this a recording, can you make it possible for us to have copies?
Yes.
So that we can possibly, like when I have my meeting, I would like to, get it and play it to my members so they can see the deliberation of this meeting and hear the questions from the horse's own mouth. It's difficult for me, possibly, I'm not even taking notes here, to say what everybody said, but with that, it will give them a clearer idea as to what dream you had. They listen to people's questions, listen to your answers. And it gives them more confidence as to what you're doing. Number one. So if we can have a copy, that's fine, we'll be ready to pay for it. And get some of the members here. Number two. Yeah. The second question. In as much as we're here to help repatriate our corpse home, or pay for them here if you finally adopt that, the founding members, death is not a pleasant thing. Do we have a portion, when you have a meeting like this where we're on the general, people can say things that are connected to what we're doing here? We're talking about deaths here. It's like you go into a doctor's office, all they do is they help to cure you. Doctors never tell you what makes you sick. Now, here we are helping to transport corpse home. I think if we have, or some of us here have the means to let our people know what they have to do, not to die, it should be done. Yes.
That's a new one.
Right. Because I remember once I went to the All Cameroon Cultural Festival, and the president, the chairlady, she said she would like me to have a presentation because I'm a cancer survivor. At that time I was a cancer patient. Now I'm a cancer survivor. And she said she would like me to make an open testimony and come and talk to people about it. Her own target is, even though that organization is basically cultural, but they have a component where they want to educate the people as to what to do, not to die, because cancer was known to be one of the #1 killers, the diabetes and things. So do we have a general, when we have a meeting like this, even 5-10 minutes, so some of us can contribute to that?
All right, thank you. He has two questions and suggestions. The first question is about a report of a meeting like this. And of course, at no cost, you will have the report of this meeting. And as you have seen in the past, every single year, if you go to the website, you will see the report that was presented by Emmanuel. You will see the report 2012, 2013, and in the next few days also you will have the report of the 2014. And we also make sure all the time, that we have version in English and in French. And of course you will have that report. And about this meeting, you will have that report as well. All the suggestions that came from you by email or here in the hall. Regarding the second question.
Excuse me, you talked about the recording.
Yes, excuse me, yes.
What
What I'm saying is, I personally,
Yes.
when it comes to reading,
Yes.
I remember when we talked on the phone, I don't have the time to go reading emails, except some particular emails. If I have a recording of this, if I can buy it, like if I'm in association, we discussed that, they even said, well, is it possible that we can buy a recording of the meeting so you play it here to us? So if we have, if you can make us a copy, we don't mind paying for that.
Yes.
You make a copy of the deliberations here. I take it during my meeting session, one of them, you play it, people listen to it. I mean, you understand it much better.
Okay.
That reading, very few people even know how to, or have time even to go access and read all that is.
Okay.
We'll be ready to pay for it.
Okay, thank you. And that's one of the reasons why we have a cameraman here today, because there are people who could not make it because of time or because they are out of state. And the video will be available to everyone, and we will go from there.
Okay, just let us know how much to pay. So.
He very much wants to pay. No cost.
So you mail it to us?
It will be online.
Okay.
It will be online.
Okay.
It will be live online.
Okay.
So you can view it and review it many times as you want.
Thank you.
Yes.
If you want to.
Yes.
No, but when you refuse, he wants to pay. He
Wants to pay.
Yes. We are running out of time. If I may take a few more questions.
General, 5 minutes, general.
No, about general. Once again, we don't want to. That's a beautiful idea, but we don't want to use our energy for other things. We want to remain in our mission here first, until when we will get our route. We can think about something, but it's a good idea. And of course, our goal is not just to send the body. If you have seen one of us at the funeral or at the wakekeeping, we always tell you why SAGI, because we don't want people to get into trouble when something happens already. So we make sure we explain to people how to avoid those problems. But if we cannot get into doctors or health issues at this point, we will not handle it. We don't have the doctors so far, but we will give opportunity to look at those suggestions in the future. Yes.
Oui, ça c'est une petite contribution pour dire que il y a des gens même qui disent que mais, comment il y a trop de deuil à la SAGI comme ça? La SAGI là tue même les gens. Plutôt, on annonce cette semaine une personne est morte, la semaine prochaine une autre. Bon, certaines personnes croient même que la SAGI tue même les gens.
Alors moi je dis ceci. Alors est-ce que vous formulez votre question?
Non, je vais
être un peu.
Je voulais donc dire que, parce qu'il a dit que pourquoi est-ce qu'on ne peut pas aussi penser pour aider les gens à ne pas à faire quelque chose, n'est-ce pas? Éduquer les gens pour ne pas mourir. Moi, je voulais dire que SAGI le fait même. Parce que ce que SAGI fait, SAGI réduit, n'est-ce pas, contribue à la réduction de la pauvreté. Vous savez, la mort, surtout nous les familles, nous investissons beaucoup. Lorsqu'on perd une famille, il y a beaucoup, n'est-ce pas, de dépenses qu'on fait. Ça fait beaucoup de charges. Il y a des gens qui font même les tontines pour 2 ans pour, n'est-ce pas, aller gérer les funérailles. Vous comprenez? Et lorsque SAGI, par exemple, m'aide par exemple à envoyer mon corps, aide ma femme à envoyer mon corps, aide ma femme à pleurer mon deuil. Ça veut dire que la tontine qu'elle avait gagnée, par exemple, à Emo, ce ne sera plus pour dépenser dans la gestion de mon corps. Ce sera, n'est-ce pas, pour gérer les affaires de la famille. Et avec ça, les gens ne vont pas mourir du stress de la pauvreté. Et en ce moment, SAGI aurait contribué à l'économie de la famille, d'une manière ou d'une autre.
Okay. Merci. Juste pour apporter une clarification, parce que vous insistez sur ce point, la SAGI a voulu apporter sa contribution dans notre communauté. Et nous voulons commencer par cet aspect. Nous avons dans notre communauté camerounaise des groupes. Je crois qu'il y a même un groupe qui fait partie de la SAGI, le groupe des infirmiers, des nurses camerounais ici. Alors, et leur but, c'est d'éduquer les Camerounais à éviter certaines maladies, à ne pas tomber sur ce coup. Donc, dans la communauté, il y a des groupes qui font déjà un peu de leur part. Donc, c'est une belle idée. Et il faut peut-être contacter ou bien donner les moyens à ce groupe d'aider davantage les Camerounais. Merci. Alors, je crois que nous devons passer au point suivant.
Mr. President, you just said they can contact me. Can I pass the paper around and what
Yes, pass out the paper.
Yes, please. That's yes.
No. And I get to talk to you.
Wait. The last quick question. Yes. Please, can you?
Okay. I think I just took a look at the...
Can you state your name?
Yeah, I'm Cedric. Director of
Yes.
I just wanted to take a look at the regulations
Yes.
of SAGI, and I remember that I've been around for a while, and I remember that one of the operating goals of SAGI is to get to contribute, like for each member to contribute $1.
Yes.
But it's not even stated in there, but that's fine. I just wanted to know, what's in place, what strategy are in place to get there. I understand, we have better organized nationally to achieve that goal. So we have kind of a plan of expansion. But my main concern is that I just took a look at the how many members we have about 6,000. Which is pretty far from like the 15,000 to achieve the $1. So I just wanted to know what's in place to get there.
All right, thank you for this last question. And as you know, as I said in the beginning, SAGI is because of you, group and association, is because of you delegates, But we have, in the beginning, and we are now, and we continue every single day to go through group and association, Cameroonian group family, to explain to them the reason why. And that's why you see every single day the number of groups coming in are growing. And there are people who, even here in Maryland, they never heard about SAGI. But at any occasion, let's say wakekeeping, when we go there to show our commitment that we are giving that check to the family, we explain to people who are there the reason why, who we are. So that's the tools we use. And of course, we are using email, internet, we have the website, and advertise, and we have questions every single day. We have conference call with different groups to explain to them what we are doing, who we are. Thank you.
S'il vous plaît, c'est pas une question, s'il vous plaît.
Yes, quick.
Oui, je me lève parce que quand le président parle, personne ne parle. Je me lève pour dire merci beaucoup, merci à tous ceux qui s'étaient réunis pour penser à ce bébé qui est en train de nous nourrir. Que Dieu vous bénisse. Et je veux aussi dire que quand Lawrence est mort, et vous êtes venu présenter le chèque de 15 000 $, ça a galvanisé certains Thomas qui étaient dans la salle, et la réunion qui suivait, les gens ont dit, nous croyons que c'est bon, suivons-les. Merci encore. Je ne sais pas si j'ai pris le temps pour rien, mais je vous dis
Ok. Merci pour cela. Il est vrai que j'ai dit que nous n'acceptons pas beaucoup. Les fleurs ne sont pas au premier rang. Mais vraiment merci. Merci. Le temps ne nous permet pas et nous sommes à la fin. Et comme le programme le prévoit, si nous pouvons passer au dernier point. Est-ce que le président... Nous allons passer la parole au président. Il y a des gens qui ne connaissent même pas le président. Il y a des gens qui m'appellent souvent président. Je ne sais pas. Vous allez profiter pour découvrir ceux qui ne connaissent pas. Et je voudrais, avant de passer la parole au président, dire un mot. Alors, quelquefois, il m'a appelé pour dire, Nestor, Cameroonians are going to kill me. I said, poor President Mezak, nobody will kill you. Because can you imagine that he was